Question 9 on beta management through stock index futures. Very important sum, very frequent in the exam. It's given that we have a portfolio of shares worth 170 lakhs at current price and cash 30 lakhs. So 200 lakh portfolio. Beta of the share portion is 1.6. After 3 months, price of the shares have dropped by 3.2%. Determine the current beta. Now everybody gets it right. It is 170 into 1.6 plus 30 into 0, the whole divided by 200. It comes to around 1.36, whatever. Second part, calculate portfolio beta after 3 months if Mr. X on current date goes for long position on 200 lakh Nifty futures. Okay, so he goes long on 200 lakh Nifty futures today. It's given. So we have to find out the beta after 3 months. So how do we go about? See, on the futures, we need to find out the profit or loss. How do we find out the profit or loss? Okay, we are given the beta of the share portfolio is 1.6. That means for every 1% change in the market, the portfolio falls by 1.6%. So the portfolio has fallen by 3.2%. That means the market must have fallen by 3.2 upon 1.6, which is what? 2%. Common sense. So 2% market has fallen. So on the Nifty futures, we lost 2% of 200, that is 4 lakhs. That 4 lakhs gets deducted from our cash balance of 30 lakhs. Because we have to pay it on mark to market. So our cash balance is 26 lakhs after 3 months. And the value of the portfolio is 170 minus 3.2%. So the total value is 170 minus 3.2% and plus 26 lakhs. 170 minus 3.2% and plus 26 lakhs. So calculate that, that comes to 190 point something. So the portfolio was 200, it became 190 point something. So what is the percentage change in the portfolio? It is 200 minus 190 point something divided by 200 into 100. That comes to 4.72%. So the portfolio fell by 4.72% and the market fell by 2%. So what is the beta of the portfolio? It is 4.72 divided by 2. 4.72 divided by 2. Okay, whatever it comes to. So that's the second part of the solution. Please do it right. You can check the institute solution. So this sum, question number 11, is on commodity futures hedging. Very simple sum. Let's go through the sum. A rice trader has planned to sell 22,000 kgs of rice after 3 months. So what is he afraid of? He's afraid of the rice price falling. So he should sell futures. The spot price of rice is 60 per kg today and 3-month futures are trading at 59 per kg. Size of the contract is 1000. So 22,000 by 1000 is 22 contracts. Price is expected to fall as low as 56 per kg 3 months hence. That's the fear. What the trader can do to mitigate the risk? He should sell futures. If he decides to make use of futures contract, what would be the effective realized price for the sale when after 3 months spot price is 57 per kg and futures price after 3 months is 58 per kg. So let's calculate. This guy sells futures at 59 per kg to hedge himself. Number of contracts is 22,000 by 1000, 22 contracts. Now on maturity, he will square off the futures. So he sold futures at 59 and the futures price has become 58. So 59 minus 58, 1 rupee multiplied by 1000 kg multiplied by 22. So the profit is 22,000 on the futures contract. Also the 22,000 kg of rice he will sell spot at 57. He will sell the 22,000 kg of rice spot at 57. So he will realize 22,000 into 57. Plus he realized 22,000 also. So ultimately he will realize what? I think he will realize 22,000 into 57 and plus the 22,000 gain on futures. So you can calculate the effective realization by dividing this entire thing by 22,000. I think it will come to 58 per kg. Please check your answer with the institute's answer. Question number 10 is yet another sum on beta management through stock index futures. It also has the beta management via risk-free securities, and this is different from what we do in portfolio management. Okay, I'll show you how. So very important sum, and you should compare this sum with what we had done beta management in portfolio management. Details about portfolio of shares given below. ABC, number of shares, price, beta. You know what to do. Number of shares into price is the market value. Find out the total market value. Then according to the total market value, find out the weights, very important. Then weight into beta, that column total will be beta of the portfolio. Investor thinks that the risk of the portfolio is very high and wants to reduce the beta to 0.91. This is the target beta. He is considering two below mentioned strategies: dispose of part of the existing portfolio to acquire risk-free securities. So it's clearly given you are not supposed to put fresh money to buy risk-free securities. You are supposed to sell part of the existing portfolio to buy risk-free securities. This is what this makes the question different as compared to what we did in portfolio management, where we introduced fresh money to buy risk-free securities or take appropriate position on Nifty futures which are currently traded at 8125 with a multiple of 200. Obviously, we have to sell Nifty futures. You are required to determine the portfolio beta. So you already calculated portfolio beta in first part, okay, by drawing the table summation W beta. Value of the risk-free securities to be acquired. So here you apply that shortcut. Target beta by existing beta, 0.91 divided by whatever beta you calculated. That should be the weight of the risky part. So you get the weight of RF, I think 0.91 by the existing beta, you're getting 0.7 if you try. So 30% should be RF. So basically 30% of each stock has to be sold. 30% of each stock's market value has to be sold. Okay. Whatever total you got now, number of shares into price, the total that you got, total of market value, 30% of that is the amount to be invested in risk-free securities. The part B answer. 30% of the market value total. Number of shares of each company to be disposed of. So whatever the value of each company is, value, 30% of that has to be disposed of divided by market price, and you get the number of shares to be disposed of. Number of Nifty futures contract to be sold, that is VP into beta T minus beta P divided by F into M. You know all the values. Value of the portfolio beta for a 2% rise in Nifty. Value of portfolio beta for a 2% rise in Nifty. Okay. So we have to prove that we achieved a beta of 0.91. That's easy. See, Nifty has gone up by 2%. So loss on futures, you calculate the loss on futures, which is 2% of the Nifty futures price into the number of contracts into lot size. Then the portfolio must have gone up by 2% into whatever beta of the portfolio was earlier in question number 1. So you find out the value of the portfolio. So value of the portfolio minus the profit on futures is the next value of the portfolio. That value compared to whatever value we had. So calculate the percentage change and divide the percentage change by 2%. You got to get 0.91. You can check how I did in class, or you can follow ICAI method. Following ICAI method would be better. Okay. So you got to prove that the beta has become 0.91. The fifth part is the proof part. So question number 13 is one of the best sums on options hedging. A clean sum. Of course, this sum also has some mistake, but still compared to other sums, this is one of the best sums. So here we have an American firm. So the home currency is US dollar, and it has a payable of Canadian dollar 20,20,000 on 31st July and Canadian dollar 14,10,000 on 30th September. So there are two payables, 20,20,000 end July and 14,10,000 end September. It's afraid of Canadian dollar rising. Since X is risk averse, its policy is to hedge the risk. The finance manager of the company is thinking of hedging the risk using two methods, either forward contracts or option contracts. It is now end of June. So we have July end, that is 1 month exposure. September end, that is 3 month exposure. Okay, 1 month exposure, 3 month exposure. Following quotations are available. US dollar per Canadian dollar. I like it because Canadian dollar is the exposure currency and that's the base currency. So they are given. So 1 month forward rate is 0.9301. So forward cover is over. 0.9301 multiplied by 20,20,000. 3 month forward 0.9356 into 14,10,000. So you get solid marks. Okay. Price for a Canadian dollar per dollar option. Now this is making it difficult because it seems the base currency is US dollar, but then there can be a googly bracket cents per Canadian dollar. This is good. Payable on purchase of the option. So they've said contract size Canadian dollar 50,000. Clear. So option is on Canadian dollar and the exposure is Canadian dollar. We will like to have the right to buy Canadian dollar, call option. If the option was on US dollar, we want to buy Canadian dollar means sell US dollar, I would have purchased a put option. So by looking at the contract size, I understood that the Options are on Canadian dollar, and Canadian dollar I would like to buy, so call option. So we are given 3 call options, 0.93, 0.94, 0.95 strike price, and these are all cents, 1.56, 1.02. You got to divide them by 100. Okay, they are given. So I'm confused which strike price to use. According to the suggestion of the finance manager, if options are to be used, 1 month option should be bought at a strike price of 94 cents and 3 month options at a strike price of 95 cents. Perfect. So for the July one, we will buy call option at E equal to 0.94 at a premium of 0.0102, and for the September one, we will buy call option at E equal to 0.95 and premium equal to 0.0164. Okay, 0.0164, because they are cents given. For this it would use, and for the remainder uncovered by the options, the firm would bear the risk itself. Why? Because the lot size is given 50,000. So for example, you look at the July exposure, 20 lakh 20,000 divided by 50,000 is 40 point something. So we'll choose 40 contracts. And if we choose 40 contracts, the amount covered by the option is 20 lakh. But the amount uncovered is 20,000. So the 20 lakh you will buy at the strike price of 0.94. But the remaining 20,000 you need the spot rate on that day. Na? So they are saying that for this it would use forward rate as the best estimate of the spot rate. So forward rate was 0.9301. So you understood, for the July one call option cover, the answer would be outflow equal to 20 lakhs into strike price of 0.94, one answer, plus 20,000 into the forward rate of 0.9301 and plus the initial premium, which is 20 lakh into 0.0102. May I repeat it again? There will be 3 outflows for the call option cover in July. Number 1, 20 lakhs into 0.94, that's we purchase at the strike price. 20,000 the uncovered portion at the then spot rate, which is the forward rate 0.9301, and 20 lakhs into the premium 0.0102. Add the 3 up, you get the answer. Same thing for September, and accordingly you would like to go for the advise the strategy which gives a lower outflow. Okay, choose the same. Very good question. Question number 16 is similar to question number 7. Let me just, question number 16 here, that option sum is similar to question number 7. Yes, the option sum. Okay, Mr. Dayal. 16 is similar to question number 7. I discussed question number 7 beautifully. So please go through question number 7 and then solve question number 16 again. 16 is similar to question number 7. These questions which have been taken 2 times, that means they are more important. Do not ignore them. Solve them again. Okay, you can solve in rough. There is no issue. So 16 is similar to 7. Okay, derivative question number 14. Now once again this sum is on option hedging. So those of you who are not comfortable with option hedging, you are getting all flavors over here. XYZ, an Indian firm, will need to pay Japanese yen 5 lakh on 30th June. So it's an Indian firm. It has a payable. We need to find out the rupee outflow. Okay, remember rupee outflow. Yen payable. We are afraid of yen rising. In order to hedge the risk involved in foreign currency transaction, the firm is considering 2 methods: forward cover, option cover. On 1st April, the following quotation JPY per INR are made available. So we are given the spot rate, the forward rate. So the forward rate is that of INR. We have to buy yen, that means sell INR, buy yen, that is sell INR. So we take the 1.9726. So the forward answer will be 5 lakh divided by 1.9726 over 5 lakh divided by 1.9726. That's the forward cover. Now options cover. We find that the strike price and the premiums are all given in terms of yen, which means this is a case of INR options. Options on INR. We have yen payable. We want to buy yen, that means sell INR. We want to buy yen, that is sell INR. So we will buy put option, right to sell on INR, put option. Okay, so put option is relevant. The premium 0.098. Okay, the strike price 2.125. The lot size is not given, so we don't have to bother about that. So this line, for excess or balance of Japanese yen covered, the firm uses forward rate. This is irrelevant because where would the excess or balance come from? There is no lot size given. Excess or balance would have come if the lot size was given, but lot size is not given. Okay, so how do we go about? Now 5 lakh divided by 2.125. 5 lakh divided by 2.125. This is the rupee outflow on the yen settlement, and this is also the number of rupee options that we purchased. So 5 lakh by 2.125, please you calculate. Now you need to add the premium amount. So 5 lakh by 2.125, that's the rupee options. That multiplied by 0.098, you paid the premium, but that's in yen. So how did you pay yen premium? By buying yen spot, that means selling rupee spot. By buying yen spot, that is selling rupee spot. So divide by 1.9516. This is where people get confused. To buy the rupee options, the number of rupee multiplied by 0.098, that much yen you have to purchase spot, that means sell INR. So divide by 1.9516, whatever premium plus that 5 lakh divided by 2.125, that total is the answer. Please compare that with forward cover and accordingly you get the final answer. Question number 15 is the same as question number 4. Question number 15 same as question number 4, but still go through the solution. You don't know what institute might have done where. I discussed question number 4, so question number 15 should not be an issue, but please go through the solution, because whichever question comes, we have to do the solution as per ICAI. Okay. Question number 12 is on protective put, S plus P plus. Okay, if you have shares and you are afraid of downside risk, but you want to enjoy the upside, you can buy a put option. No? That way it becomes a synthetic C plus, so you will not be suffering the downside, but you will be there to enjoy the upside. Let's look at the sum. Ram holding shares of Reliance, which is currently selling at 1000. He's expecting the price to fall because of poor results. As on following option contracts are available. Ram is interested in selling the stock holding as he cannot afford to lose more than 5% of the value. So he wants a protection 5% below the price. 1000 minus 5% is 950. So he should buy a put option at 950. Okay, at a strike price of 950. What is the premium? 8 rupees is the premium. So if he does that, he cannot lose more than 942. That means the minimum price he will realize is 942. That is 950 minus 8 is 942, because if the stock price falls below 950, put will be exercised. He has the right to sell at 950, but he already paid 8. So the minimum price he will realize is 942, and he can realize the upside. Okay, 1000, 1200, 1500, whatever. Recommend a hedging strategy, protective put, and show how the position will be protected. Okay, so that's what you have to show.